Hey guys, what's up? Pat here. Grateful, recovering alcoholic, and drug addict. Okay, but again, the important part of that is grateful, recovering, and I'm grateful and recovering because first I'm doing the work, but second, I found my conscious contact with my higher power, and that was everything. Okay, so we're going to talk about the January 15th, just for today reading, which is about fear. That's it's fear's a poison, man. Fear doesn't exist. Fear is something created by your own self will, and when you turn your will over to God, when you fully surrender, you find your higher power and you get quiet and talk to Him. Fear goes away. Fear, anxiety, all that. Okay. We as addicts, at least for myself, I was incredibly uncomfortable with trying to find a higher power before I did. Okay. It was literally a suggestion to me that I stop praying. And let me tell you, this is why I suggest it so much constantly because it was everything to me. It changed everything. Even that first prayer, I felt just a little bit lighter, even though I was still in active addiction. I was still going to be for a while yet at that point. But it made me feel just a little bit lighter, enough that I, made a point of praying every night. And eventually that, took a couple months, but it started, the desire in me started ringing so loudly that I couldn't ignore it anymore, and I had to get into treatment. And that's what I did. I got myself into treatment, and, here we are. But let me tell you, when you find your higher power and you find a relationship with your higher power, I'm just gonna call it God. To me, it's God. If you we call it universe, spirit, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing. At the end of the day, it's the same thing, right? Call it whatever you're comfortable with. Just be real and get honest with it. And when you find a relationship, you start praying like that. And when you actually find your relationship with them, you start getting quiet and listening for the signs and the responses. I tell you what, you find you have nothing to fear. Life, everything that was so wrong in life turns beautiful. And that's where I'm at, man. I'm not gonna sit and say, oh, I've got this, I got that, I got this. No, the zero stuff is coming because I'm showing up every day as the aligned person that I am, the person that I am today, the person I've been all along. But I was running on ego. I was running on self will, and man, I tell you, that got me nowhere. If you guys watch my videos, you know what I'm talking about. I still haven't shared all my story, but little by little we'll start. My life was a mess. I was running amok, and it came from a place of trauma, active addiction, and again, I never throw a pity party because you know what? Today I'm grateful for everything that I've been through because I made it through. I came out alive. Not only come out alive, but I come out stronger, more resilient, more intelligent, with a wisdom that not much can throw me off right now unless I go back to walking in my own ego and I ignore my relationship with God because man, right now my relationship with God is incredible. It's incredible, and I would love for anybody and all of you to find the relationship that I have with God because I tell you what, if you're willing to put in the amount of work that I put into it, wow, it is mind blowing what is going on in my life right now. It's just just the courage, the wisdom, the intuition, the discernment, just seeing things for what they really are, feeling good about myself, my self forgiveness, doing the work. And don't get me wrong, it's not just I pray constantly, guys. I'm happy to tell you. I mean, I pray all throughout the day. I hit my knees first thing in the morning, every time I walk in my door. I don't get that, then and then just randomly throughout the day because it just makes me feel good. And once you find that level of conscious contact, you will too. I'm telling you. Give it a shot, guys. I'm telling you. Like, you don't understand the power we all carry within ourselves, okay? When we're out there miserable, we align with misery. Misery finds us because that's what we're looking for. That's what we're stuck into. And I'm not saying it's not your fault. None of this is your fault. But if you hear this word and you continue to choose, that's your fault. Because you know what? You got to give yourself a shot, right? Now, as I've talked about it, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But don't get overwhelmed. One step at a time. First step is finding your relationship with God, all right? Ask Him to show you His path for you. Because again, I say this in every video and I'll continue to. He makes no two humans alike. And there's a divine purpose for every single one of us. And as you find that, if you ask that and you get quiet and you seek and you continue, and again, you gotta be consistent, man. You know what I mean? Hit your knees, ask for guidance, and just start watching as things get better. Now it's gonna get worse before it gets better. And insofar as if you're still out there and you're not ready to make a commitment, ask for help, right? Because he's gonna make it hard enough for you that you're gonna surrender, okay? Because he's gonna see that spark is in your heart. The seed has been planted, okay? and he'll bring you to your knees, and that's where you need to get. You need to get brought to your knees so you can come in. And you don't have to, but if you're hard-willed like I was, I had to. Okay, if you want it, go after it, and don't make it that bad on yourself. Just ask for help because you need help. We all do. I still need help, but you know what? All the help I need is showing up when we take. I pray for it, and I go out and I do the work. It comes to me in little glimpses. All right, like I'll give you a great example. I had every intention of going to detox for 3 to 5 days. Quick spender. I come back right back to work. I still got my home, this, that, the other. Come back, work 90 hours a week, and get caught up, get paid off. And that's not what happened because I had asked God to show me my path, and that's not my path. I was not on my path. But He started to show it to me. So I've come back. I've cut my work down. I actually I gave my notice. I'm walking away from my job. I'm I'm changing everything, man. I gave up people that I thought I really loved. Everything I thought was good in my life was not my path. And anytime something's removed from your life, it's because something much better is going to come in. And your faith may be tested. It's going to take a few, but you know what? Don't worry about anything you need. Oh, I need to get this, and you get no, man. All you do is you got to get healthy. You got to get back to alignment, right? And if you can get yourself into alignment, everything else is going to fall into place. The first thing that's going to happen is you're going to get the courage to help yourself. You're going to get the strength to help yourself, the strength to ask for help, the strength to open up and start talking about the traumas, what truly put you where you are. And I know for me, this all stems, man. I was forced to grow up, 5, 6 years old. I was, stepping between my parents when they were fighting. My father was around, was an alcoholic, God bless his soul. And my mother had a secret gambling addict, so she was always hiding, stealing money, and then Dad was always mad about that, and then, she was using his drinking to get us. It was just a toxic, bad environment, but I had a gift of light in me from a young age, okay? And so even at, I don't even know, 6, 7 years old, I was stepping between them. I was making money from my paper route and offering to my mother and saying, take the rest of the kids and, go to Grammy's house, get away from Dad. I'll stay here and deal with him because, man, but that's not right, man. No 8-year-old kid should be dealing with that shit. That's the stuff that I'm dealing with today. I'm getting it out because you have to, man. You can't carry all that pain and trauma and expect it not to poison you, man. All these bad negative emotions, all the hurt, all the pain, it's poison to your soul, all right? And when you poison your soul, you poison your body, man. The drugs are poison your body as well. We know this, right? So find your conscious contact. Start to forgive yourself. Start to seek help for your traumas, man. Therapist, IOP, intensive outpatient programming. Talk to a counselor. And mental health, talk to doctors. Physical health, talk to doctors. Start taking care of you. Find your conscious contact with God. Get real about it. Start talking to Him. Ask Him to, bring you back into His light. Ask Him into your life. Ask Him into your soul. Surrender your will. Ask Him for His will for you, because I guarantee you it's a lot more beautiful than anything you think you might want to do in this life. What He's got planned for you, and He's going to use your skills. So if you want, if you whatever talent you got, they're going to get integrated, man. So you're not giving up your dreams by asking to get on your path. Because more than likely, it's going to have something to do with your dreams anyway. You're just going to find the right way to get there a hell of a lot faster and a hell of a lot easier than you could possibly think you could. I'm telling you, this is so powerful, man. What's happened to me in a short, oh, God, we're talking, weeks, is nothing short of an actual physical miracle. And because of that, I'm finding new doors, I'm finding new avenues, I'm finding what really matters to me. And I got to tell you, when I walked into detox, and again, I've been praying for months at that point, but I was still actively using. And my judgment, my mind was so clouded, I honestly thought I had no idea what I wanted, what I liked, what mattered to me. And I can tell you that with 100% honest certainty. I had absolutely no idea what was important. And I wasn't out of there hours when I had a small slip. I found a piece of, rock cocaine. I threw it in the pipe and smoked it. Felt horrible, got out of my house, immediately found a girl that locked herself out of her car. She was in need of help, and I was capable of doing so. I gave her a ride back to her car, unlocked the car for her in about 10 seconds, and I tell you what, my heart was beaming. And it's something I've been thinking about a lot while I was getting clean. It's like, you know what? I get my best feelings when I'm helping people, and that's what made me start doing these videos. I didn't want to start doing these things this early. I wanted to get my shit on track first, but no. Part of real faith is knowing that my life is going to get so much better. I want you guys to see it. I want you to see me from within the first week I get out and get home, and the decisions that I'm making, and what happens is a consequence of the decisions that I'm making. It's all going to be good. I'm not saying I'm not going to have a bad day, but you know what? It's okay. I know I'm equipped. No day is going to come that's going to match anything I put myself through in the last 40 years of active addiction, okay? I've overcome things. I've been dead. I've hit telephone poles at, 100 plus miles an hour. I'm telling you, little by little, you'll start to learn more. But I've survived everything, man. And more often than not, came out almost unscathed, physically. I have my health. I'm working with the insurance company to fix, my teeth. I got this thing coming off my face in a couple of weeks. Like, I'm getting stuff done, man. I'm doing the work, and doors are opening. But I'm finding the strength, finding the clarity. I'm praying on everything, and I'm getting the answers that I should already know. But you know what? I didn't. Because I was in active addiction for 40 years. I didn't know how to think. I didn't know how to live. I didn't know how to be an adult. I never finished being a kid. Certainly never learned how to actually be a real adult. But I'm learning that today, and it's beautiful, man. I've got so much hope and joy. I go out for walks in nature, and I just see the beauty of everything. And that to me, I would have laughed at you, honestly laughed at you if you told me I was going to be doing that right now. You know, I go to church even though I'm not a big fan of organized religion because I think it's a lot of what's wrong in the world today. When we start saying this way, not the other, now the kingdom of heaven is from within. Okay, find that within yourself. Get quiet and ask. Okay, they see the secret closet. That's when you get quiet and pray to God for real. Okay, ask Him to put you in alignment. Ask Him to show you His light, His love. Ask Him to help you surrender your will. Ask Him to get out of a place that comes from ego, because our own ego is our worst. It's what kills us. It's what is making us make all these horrible decisions, man, because we don't want to surrender. We think it's a weak thing. It's not, man. It requires true strength, and a strength that I'm finding today. I found, and I'm still growing every day, man. I'm still learning every day. But I tell you what, man, I just want it for you guys too. Addiction controlled my life for 40 straight years. Trading one alcohol for drugs, one drug for another, one for another, one for another, trying this combination, trying that combination, do this drug, get off of that one. And it was hell, man. Nothing good came of it. It was misery, man. But I tell you what, immediately when I started praying and I started listening and I started paying attention to the signs and seeing that there is something better for me, it has consistently gotten better every day, man. I get stronger every day, and every time I make one more good decision for myself, it wasn't easy. I'm still, I paid off a good chunk last week, so from $6,000, I'm down to $5,000 behind just in rent. Never mind everything else, okay? And that's okay. I'm not afraid of that. I have no anxiety over that now because I know I'm doing the right thing and the right doors are gonna open for me. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing in 2 weeks next Friday's my last day at work. But I'm not worried about it, man. I got contacts if I have to. Whatever I got to do. It's not a big deal. I know I'm okay because I know God's going to show me the right next step, and that door is going to open for me. That is faith, man. That is knowing that He wants good for me. All right, and I have that today, 100%. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Again, I'm putting myself out there in these videos. You know what I mean? If I'm wrong, okay, I'm sure I'll get plenty of comments. People start watching these things, and that's okay because I know I'm not wrong. I'm in alignment with God, and nothing can touch me. And that is amazing. That is the most amazing statement I've ever made in 51 years. Okay, guys? Give it a shot. Please reach out, ask for help, get into a program, find God, get quiet, talk to God, ask Him what He wants from you, start doing what He tells you. And I'm not saying what anybody, I'm talking between you and God. Not what anybody else tells you, anybody that says they're representing Him. What you and God, what He tells you, okay? Because that's what matters. There's a lot of people that just want to, make money in His name, and that's terrible, absolutely terrible. But that's between them and them and God, okay? That'll get straightened out later. Don't worry about that. Worry about you for now. Can't pour from an empty cup, guys. My cup is being filled, and that's why I'm pouring it out, okay? Guys, get help. If you're in a spot and nobody else can, leave me a message, man. I will find something for you. I'll do anything, everything in my power to get somebody to you, to get you where you can be safe, okay? There's so much better for you out there, man. You deserve it. God loves you. I love you. Nobody's told you they love you today? I do. I can sincerely say that. We are all brothers and sisters. Drop the hate. Drop this bullshit. All right? Remember that. We are all brothers and sisters. Every single one of us on this planet. And you know what? Do something good for somebody else that comes back at you tenfold. I promise. Okay, give it a shot, guys. Love you. Thank you. Be safe.